Hello everyone and welcome back to CitiesXL and welcome back to Waterfront City. Yes, in the last couple of episodes we created a lot of circles. Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of actually just 2 circles, but it took a while, so to keep things interesting I want to continue in this episode over here at this part of my city, the town hall district, actually at the residential and office area around the central district. And yeah, I want to continue over here because we need to build some kind of ending for this layout, or a connection of this layout to this lake. And this is actually not so easy because the problem is over here I have one road there, then the next one is a bit offset from the road before, and then we jump back with the road over here. So it's like we have a circle over here and another circle over here with some gaps between over there, between, you know what I mean. Yeah, so basically this means I have to build a road over here, but actually if we want to continue with this layout we should not build another road over here, or we should not extend this road or add a road over here. And this would not fit very well. Instead, we could build pedestrian passes, like I did here. And yeah, I was thinking about to work with small roads because I thought maybe this will not disturb our layout, but I think actually it does. So yeah, I want to stay with pedestrian passes, and let's see if this will work. Let's give it a try. And yeah, and I will build a connection of one pedestrian path to this road over here, because this open road and doesn't look very well. Also a roundabout or so makes no sense, I think, because they are pretty large actually, and they have exits at every side. So this will not look very nice to build a roundabout at the end. Also to shape a roundabout manually doesn't look so nice. So yeah, I will stay with the pedestrian path, maybe parallel to this one, and yeah, with a bit space between this pedestrian path and the one over here. So actually yeah, something like this, like I did here, but yeah, with another pedestrian path instead of a road down there. All right, so let's try it with building a pedestrian path parallel to this one. And which size I used? Let's switch to pedestrian passes. I think the smallest one, yeah. And what is the terrain situation? Is it flat? Yeah, I think almost. Oh, here the pedestrian path is not very flat, but I think it's okay. I can live with this. So yeah, let's build a connection. Probably over here. Yeah, but let's start parallel to this one. And a curved one, of course. Let's leave a bit space. So we'll put some grass textures here later. And yeah, while I'm doing that, I want to talk about the last New Coast City episode. At the moment, I think everything still works as planned, so I think for the moment I can keep Monday, the 14th April, as date for the last New Coast City episode, the final episode where I will finish this, my first CitiesXL City, my first Let's Played CitiesXL City, of course. And and where I will upload the cinematic city showcase episode, and where I will release New Coast City as download. This is the only thing that is where it is still possible that things can went wrong, because I haven't tested this so far. This is my plan for this week. And yeah, so press the thumbs, guys, that everything will work and that you will be able to take a look into New Coast City by yourself. Whoa, this is not very nice. This is okay-ish. It's not the nicest road end, of course, but it's better than before. And maybe we can adjust things here as well. And we should close this hole over there. Need to be careful. Sorry. And yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, New Coast City as download. And I want to put this onto my blog. There are still some adjustments needed for this, so this is my plan to do this week. And I'm not a web designer, so by the way, I removed that because the level of both pedestrian paths is there's a huge difference in the level. So I'm thinking about to rebuild this side probably, or parts of it. I think to rebuild this entirely, this will be a bit too complicated and will take too much time. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not a web designer, so this is basically a bit trial and error for me. Even working with WordPress, I need to try around a bit. And yeah, if you are asking yourself what I'm doing in real life, I'm an architect. That's probably the reason why I'm so dedicated to creative games, and especially city building games like CitiesXL, SimCity, and Banished, and I don't know. Alright, and yeah. So, yeah, let's focus on this area. And oh yeah, one last thing to say is, yeah, still a few things left to do, so I want to concentrate myself on this. So I really want to release everything on Monday. So probably this week you will not see so much content from me. Maybe not so much or so many episodes. Yeah, we will see. I don't know. Depends on how well things work. Alright, so we need more unskilled workers. Let's build some unskilled worker houses over here. We could do something like yeah, let's build unskilled workers homes along this road, probably with a bit space between. And we should use the limitless construction buildings, because then we can build some nice apartment blocks like I did over there. I really like this, because these buildings are now able, or possible, to build them overlapping. Something like this. And yeah, beside that, we could build probably a few low density houses along this pedestrian path, and we could use the limitless construction set, because then we could build a row of houses. That looks also pretty interesting when these houses are placed pretty close to each other, but we have to be careful. Probably this will be a bit too dense in the end, compared to this area. And yeah, actually it is definitely too dense. So it looks interesting, but it is too dense. So we should spread different types of houses along this pedestrian path. I think it's a better idea. So we can turn this off, of course, because of that. But we could probably build this one here at the entrance of this area, and probably this one. Yeah, just some different types of houses. Oh, there is too less space. So yeah, we need this limitless construction set anyway, because then these lots can overlap with these ones, and then this is not a problem anymore. All right, so I think you can rebuild this one. I think we are good. Then we are overlapping with this pedestrian path, but I think actually it's not a big problem. So yeah, this is that. And yeah, let's check the... Whoa, we have unemployment now. That's interesting. Just minutes ago we had 15% available jobs, but no unemployment. So we should switch to skilled workers and probably some offices. What do you think? So people who live there or here can work there. That's probably not a bad idea. But like I said, we should be careful that we do not build things too dense over here. I think we can leave a bit empty space over here for a park. But probably it would be the better idea to build houses along this road and not along this pedestrian path, but no. I want to keep this space empty because I think this is already quite dense. Yeah, definitely. I want to leave this space empty. Let's build offices. Some medium density offices. Or low density. Yeah, let's use low density offices in this area. Alright, something like this. So for unskilled workers, this is too large. No, let's take this one. Something like this. And we could probably... No, I think the pedestrian path is okay like it is. What could we build here? I think, again, low density houses or probably some medium density houses. But I think let's check back the job situation. Oh, we have 10% available jobs for skilled workers. So let's build skilled workers home. I'd like to take a bit more care about to balance things here, to keep things a bit more balanced. So because we want to rise the population, and for this it is important to balance things out. This is quite large, but I want to build some kind of apartment building, so yeah, probably let's do it. Let's do something like that. And along this curved road we could probably add some low density houses again. Unskilled worker, skilled worker, low density houses. They are really yeah, very small actually. Oh, we are still working with the limitless construction set. It's not necessary. Can we build this over here? No, because there is a tree. What will happen if we use the limitless... Sorry, the limitless construction set again? Yeah, it can overlap with this tree. So yeah, let's do this. Now, yeah, this is interesting. We could fill this area now with a park. And... park. I said park. Parks are decorations, and decorations are... Sorry. Huh? I've forgotten where all the decorations are. Oh my god. No, areas. This was right, but of course I have to turn this off. Sorry. I was a bit confused by the fact that these decorations didn't appear. So I thought I'm about to get crazy. What is the one I used over there? Whoa, yeah, this one, but of course not so dense. So let's see. I want to try to use this texture over here, but not to let this thing overlap too much with these houses, because yeah, this looks a bit interesting if this happens, because then trees will... Alright, overlap with houses. And yeah, this is not very nice. Not very nice. This is the bad thing if you use... Sorry, if you use the limitless construction set, because of course the cool thing is you have small collision boxes, so you are able to build overlapping buildings, but that means that your buildings will also overlap with parks and with the trees, and in some cases this is not very nice. So that is okay. Well, and yeah, well, in that case we have a huge tree on top of the roof. This is probably not very nice, but yeah, from the distance you will never know that this happened. Alright, so yeah, let's simply do this. We can leave this little plaza here at the end, and we fill up the rest of this area with these decorations, and now these houses are in the jungle. Wow. Yeah, now this place is very empty compared to the rest. So probably we should build additional low density office buildings along this pedestrian path. Yeah, let's do this. I think this is actually not a bad idea. Some small office buildings, really small ones, something like, yeah, like the more modern office buildings. So probably here we could put this, and yeah, let's simply repeat this one over here. I think this is better, and now we can put decorations here again. So many parks. Oh, this is the wrong one. I think I used this one. No. Where it is? This one. All right. Yeah, by the way, the reason why I use this texture over here is and not other grass textures and and the, you know, like I usually do over here, is because I need these parks at some parts of this district, or some parts of districts are built over the water. So I need some kind or a type of decoration that works on the water, and this is actually this one. And the tree packs I'm using don't work on the water, so this is the only chance for me to put trees right on the water. As you can see, the original park decoration, for example, will also not work on the water, even if I turn this on. So this is the reason why I use this texture or decoration pack at this circle. So probably at all the other circles I will use a different one, but I'm a bit concerned about this because the texture actually is pretty dark. So I'm not sure if it will look good if I use a decoration, such a dark decoration only over here and nowhere else at my city. So this is something I'm not sure about. We will see. Maybe I will. I think probably I have to use this here as well, because parts of this will be put on the water as well. But yeah, we will see. Over here I want to build a harbor anyway, so maybe we don't need a decoration like this over there. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure about this. Alright, so this was that actually. And yeah, what else we can do? What else we can do? We could... Yeah, there's actually not so much time left. I think I said actually a lot of... very often in this episode. So what was I saying? Yes, probably we can expand this pedestrian pass over here. So we can expand the promenade. This is also a thing we can do. I think this is something we are able to do in the last 8 minutes. Yeah, now we need the overwater placement building set. And this pedestrian pass is over here, very close to the road. As you can see here, there's just enough space for one small lot, and over here we have a bit more space, and the largest space between the pedestrian pass and the expressway should be over here, and then we will go back closer to the expressway over here. And so we should, there we have one large lot space, so there we should build a large lot as well, probably. Yeah, we should do this to measure things, something like this, and we should put a lot of these lots along this expressway at the moment. Yeah, this will mess up our balancing at the moment, but we will remove these buildings anyway. So now we can continue our pedestrian pass. Which size I used here? Yes, this is the right one. Let's rise the level a bit, and we need to keep an eye, of course, on the wall texture at the side of this pedestrian pass. So there we are able to figure out if this is flat now. Yes, it is. And curved, of course. And then we can build this step by step. Slowly. Step by step, like I said. There we should try to get a bit more space between the pedestrian pass and the large lot. Actually, I'm not sure if this worked. Actually not. Yeah, a bit. I think this is okay because the difference is very slight. And let's continue over here. Yeah, it's like a grid in the background that our roads and pedestrian passes are snapping to. Oh, now we're too close to these large lots. Looking like this, and I've seen a mod that removes this actually. And there it was again, actually. Maybe I should give it a try. I mean, I'm not sure. At some, or at many situations, this grid makes sense and it makes things easier. But at some situations, it is a bit annoying. So, yeah, we should remove this road. And we should expand this again slightly. And again, let's keep an eye on the wall texture. Oh, now I messed things up. Whoa, 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 whoa. The good thing is when your city is really small, it runs, the game runs so smooth. It's so nice. Yeah, I think this is okay. And now we can build the road connection, probably. Is it possible to do so? I think it is. But apparently it is not possible. Oh, yes, it is. So, now we have a slight slope, like we have over here. Actually, this one looks a bit better than that one. And yeah. Now we can build this nice, oh, let's change the pedestrian path texture. We can build this nice promenade along this pedestrian path. I want to start over here with this part. I think they were located, yeah, I've forgotten where these things are. Oh, really? Yes, I did. Probably environment. Yeah, there they are. The Promenade Pack by Asterion. Amazing mod. Amazing mod. It looks so cool. Yeah, this is not placed very precisely by me. So I want to redo this. Still not perfect. Maybe we should do this from this angle. Alright, it's again not perfect in the middle, but it's okay. Alright, and here I have some kind of grid or pattern for my promenade, and I want to repeat this over there. And what parts are used there? Alright, it is like one with a pier and one noble promenade part. So we should put this part here, or do we need to put this here first? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think. So then this again, and then another pier. Later we'll put sailboats along this promenade again. And yeah, so for the moment we're doing a nice promenade puzzle. Oh, this was the wrong part. So this and that. And yeah, finally 30 minutes. And yeah, like I said at the beginning of this episode, keep pressing your thumbs, guys, that still things will work so well like they do at the moment. So then I will upload the latest, the great finishing episode of New Coast City on Monday, April the 14th. If this will not work, you could keep an eye on my Twitter account. I will tweet if something went wrong and I'm not able to do this. So yeah, so you will know what's going on, and I think I will tweet another date there as well. So yeah, try to keep following me on Twitter if you want to know if this or when this last episode will be, or if it actually be at April the 14th. So yeah, this was again not very nice explained in my because of my foreign language issues I sometimes have. Oh, this promenade is so nice. So yeah, what was I saying? Thank you very much for watching, and we will hopefully see us in New Coast City on Monday, April the 14th. And goodbye.